7 o'clock one evening, 1 September in North London. This is Yeobury Primary School. It's surrounded by 5 community comprehensives. 3 of them are mixed and 2 are single sex. But when it comes to sending their children to these schools, many parents at Yeobury are worried.
I think there's just a whole lot of anxiety about deciding on a secondary school, and rumours that you hear, negativity. It's very hard to actually, I suppose, meet the parents and meet the kids who actually have the lived experience of what it's like and are so frank.
Some 50 parents are here. They have children in all year groups from reception to year 6. Facing them is a panel of 12 made up of 6 students and 6 mums and dads from 2 secondary schools nearby. The concept of Meet the Parents is to hear from families at schools that are properly comprehensive and properly within the community.
I'm Amber Jacobs and Maisie's my daughter who goes to Parley. I've got another daughter here at Yeobury and I'm a governor also at Parliament House.
My name's Maisie and this is my mum.
At this school, concerns start early and parents want to know what the local secondary schools are really like. I spent 20 years as a BBC correspondent and in many ways Meet the Parents is a journalistic idea. It's about giving primary school parents the story on their local secondary schools instead of them having to rely on old news and poorly sourced information. In other words, age-old rumours and gossip in the playground. This is the 3rd year running the event at Yeobury School in Islington, where it all started. Meet the Parents has spread to other schools in 4 London boroughs on a voluntary basis and is taking root outside the capital. In Camden, North London, where all the secondary schools are comprehensive, the local education authority is funding the project in more than half its primaries. Meet the Parents is taking off because primary school parents want accurate information on the local secondary schools, whether they have a choice to go elsewhere or not. In an ever more complicated educational landscape, parents want to know as much as possible, and families at the local comprehensives want to tell it how it is.
I really like being in a mixed school. It's not for everyone. I don't feel like I'm in a minority at all because there's a lot more opportunities to girls. They make an effort with the girls.
If you looked in at lunchtime and at break, you would walk in and there's a little corner and you try going to the corner as a guy and
Both the schools represented here had recently been downgraded by Ofsted under new guidelines. One parent wants to know what effect that's had.
Also a question regarding the Ofsted report which came out last year regarding the inconsistent teaching a bit at Acton Burley. Do you mind maybe letting us know what's being done regarding that?
Well, Mimi used to say to me, she used to be a bit bothered about there being a disruptive factor in her class which was getting in the way of her learning, and I could probably say that my son, who was in another class, was probably causing the disruption some of the time. That has really, really improved, and they have tackled a lot of the disruption and the issues that were very real, and actually Ofsted were right to point them out to do with discipline and behaviour.
But having more rules doesn't suit everyone.
Our school has sadly banned us from riding skateboards and scooters to school. So what's happened is there's quite a few kids, like my friend Max C, he lives really far away. He lives near the BT town, and he usually gets, he takes his scooter home and he meets his dad halfway. He now can't do that, especially since his bus pass is broken, so now he has to walk halfway home. So we've got a petition to get them back.
At the local girls' school, there are different gripes.
Well, there's mostly kind of small things like toilets and the lunch queue, in every school. The toilets are not very, maybe nice. It's hard to find one nice toilet.
I know the contact between the school and parents generally isn't amazing.
Meet the Parents works because the students find it hard not to tell it how it is.
It's illuminating and reassuring, actually, to hear both sides and to hear it really frankly, and to be allowed to sort of ask questions and to get sort of real responses.
It's also a chance to find out about things that don't figure in the Ofsted assessments.
Well, it's important for people to realise that Ofsted framework changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we're receiving from Ofsted needs to be critically read and politically read. So it's important not to base your judgments on Ofsted only. The results doesn't just mean A's, B's and C's. A result of an education, what kind of person you are, what kind of community you're in, what view of the world that you have. And I think that if people get less focused on obsessing around Ofsted and results, then we could really see what's good about two schools that we're talking about today that we're so privileged to have as our local schools.
One of the strongest messages to come out of the Meet the Parents events is that local comprehensive schools are working really well for lots of families. London schools in particular are the fastest improving in the country, and the pressure of Ofsted can ensure that schools turn around really quickly now. Yet perceptions amongst some primary school parents can lag behind that reality.
I don't think that £4 a term would have bought me any more than what I've got from Parliament Hill School. And I'm just being honest, that's I mean, I don't know, I haven't had that opportunity to go and look, but she's happy, well adjusted, predicted 12 A stars. I can't ask any more than that from her.
I'm so keen on getting more people to my school because I know, obviously, going there, how good it is and how much it's got to offer, and I just want other people to know it too.
London, like many parts of the country, is becoming more economically polarised, with increasingly expensive homes alongside social housing. A fifth of London's secondary-age children go to private schools, 3 times the national average. In Camden, nearly a third of all secondary-age children go to schools outside the borough, either to other comprehensives or to selective and private schools, which is why the local authority is backing Meet the Parents.
We know that parental choice is influenced hugely by schools' reputations. And we know that in Camden in particular, because we've done the research, parental preference, parental choice and schools' reputations are mainly determined by word of mouth. One of the problems with reputation is that reputations can lag a long way behind where a school really is. So typically a school's reputation will be 5 years out of date. What Meet the Parents does is it cuts through all that. What you get is a two-way dialogue about what's really going on day to day, what their personal experiences are from that morning, from the previous month, the previous year, the way they're being treated as pupils, the kind of progress they're making. And that is rocket fuel for informing parental choice.
There's one really obvious point about supporting the good secondary school in your community. It's on your doorstep. In my experience, some primary school parents can become seduced by the school that's furthest away and most unobtainable. They can forget the value of staying local.
We looked at private schools for our children and we made a positive choice for the local school, and I'm very pleased that we did. I think our kids are very happy and I'm very happy with that. They can walk very easily on their own, their friends are local. We all feel very much part of the community in a way that I don't think we would if we got into cars and drove our children to schools outside.
A kid's got to be a kid. You can't stick it on a tube at 11 years old, send it all the way to Ponders End or wherever, and then hope it comes home, and you won't even have time to talk about what have you done today.
I went to Acton Burley because I think because there's no uniform, it gives you a chance to express yourself, and it's very local.
As well as having a great academic life, you need to also have time to be with your friends, and obviously being in your community allows you to do that and get home at a time so that you can still do your homework. And when you're commuting at early hours and coming home really late at night at like 7 o'clock, you don't really get any time to rest, and I don't think that puts you in a good state of mind to be going to school the next day.
The lesson from Meet the Parents is that grassroots, first-hand information is invaluable both to primary school parents and to secondary schools who want the support of the whole community. Meet the Parents is expanding. It's become a social enterprise and is developing outreach ideas for individual schools. When the playground parliament of parents is the deciding factor, no one benefits from rumours and hearsay. Everyone benefits from the real story, most of all the children themselves.